リンクスタート。
What's good, gamers, duels, and chads? It's EMB Trey here, and today we're going to be doing a monster tier list. We are going to be ranking these monsters and, you know, bandits and humanoids and whatever the fuck you want to call them. NPCs, there you go. We're going to be ranking these NPCs based on how difficult they are to fight. So, if you have a difference in opinion, I understand. Obviously, everybody plays the game differently. Everybody's on a different skill level. Some people think that an owl is the easiest thing in the world. Some people think the owl is like the most nasty thing ever, and it butt fucks anybody who ever is unfortunate enough to run into its path. But just this is my opinion, so that's just it. This is just my humble opinion based on my experience with the game. So no more talking, no more foreplay, roleplay, or anything else. Let's get into it. First things first, we have the Enforcer, the big axe wielder. He has a big axe, a real big axe, but he has a big axe. The Enforcer is easy, but on the first time you can probably panic a little bit. The Enforcer is pretty easy. All you have to do legit is just, it's like easier than a bandit, to be honest. Like a dagger bandit is more difficult, but the first time fighting it, you'll probably get scared because one, he has that pull, so it might like throw you off your guard, and two, he feints, so you might get like scared. But legit, all you have to do is just parry, use your critical, parry. If he feints, you just block it and then just keep on repeating it. He doesn't really have a difficult attack pattern to learn. So we're gonna put Enforcer in, I'll put him in C tier. He's really not that difficult at all, to be honest. I'm not gonna put him in D tier, but he isn't that difficult. Now next is an angel. Now you're probably thinking, oh well, that's an angel. Angels are easy as fuck. They just got a spear. They attack you a little bit. I am going to be putting the angel above the Enforcer in C tier. The main reason I'm putting it above the Enforcer is because it's got a spear, and spears are the most disgusting, annoyingly hard to parry. Yo, what's good, man? Yo, hello? Can I help you? I'm trying to record a video right now, so I just wanted to let you know I got a 5-inch penis, dog. What the fuck? 5-inch. What the hell does that have to do with me? Get the hell away from me. Hell nah, dog. I think you need to understand I got a 5-inch freaking penis. No, stay away from me. Get the hell away from me. Get the hell away from me. Hell no, nigga. Hell no, you taking this. You taking this 5 back. You taking this. Alright, sorry about that. I thought the British Armada was knocking on my door or some shit. Turns out it was just a naked femboy trying to recruit me into his guild. I declined. So what was I talking about? Something about angels having long cocks or something. Oh, that's right. Angels have spears, and spears are so annoying to fight. Like, once they hit you once, it's so weird to parry again. It's like, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but I just really dislike spears, and they're just so strange to fight. So for the angels, I put them above the Enforcer just because of their spears. You know, they have that one little thing where they can like throw a bunch of light little beams at you or whatever. They're not really hard to parry, but yeah, I put them above an Enforcer just because they have a spear. That's it. Bone Keeper. Now I'm not gonna lie, me and Bone Keeper got beef. I hate this bastard. I don't know what the hell he's hiding underneath his little tarp under there, but it better be a fucking 9-inch cock because he is just absolutely loaded. Like, I hate Bone Keeper with a passion. He's just so difficult to fight for me. Well, obviously now I practice against him at least like 50 times, so I can easily beat him. But when I was first fighting him, it took me like a solid 15 attempts to even beat him solo because it just felt so weird. His little shoulder bash attacks got such a weird wind up, so you end up like missing the parry and then you get your guard broken and take damage. The grab isn't that hard to like dodge, but you know, you just have to remain on your toes. His little drill attack is pretty easy. I always got confused on his, like, once he does the drill and then he jumps up, I always get confused on that because you can't dodge it, you can't parry it, so you just have to move out the way. So yeah, that always confused me, but overall Bonekeeper is annoying and pretty difficult, but once you like figure it out, he's not too bad. So it's either B or A. I'll put him at A just because he has a pretty big amount of health with it. Bounders. Bounders have got to be the most annoying, just sickening, grotesque, horrific, jaw-droppingly terrible NPCs to fight. Like legit, they're running away half the time, they do an obnoxious amount of damage, and they're just like, they're just really annoying. Bounders, like they're possible to fight. Like once you figure out their patterns and know how to dodge their attacks and stuff, they're not difficult to fight, but they are really annoying. They're constantly running away, running to the fucking fields or some shit, running all the way over to the other side of the map. They're jumping around and their jumps do so much damage. Pretty much all of their hits do a lot of damage, and they have a pretty decent amount of health. So if you don't have a PvE build, you're gonna find it annoying to fight a Bounder. Plus, and now you have to fight them. You have to fight them while Chaser is attacking you too. Chaser spawns Bounders, so now you have to fight Bounders while fighting Chaser. Really, it's just fucking terrible. So I'm just gonna put Bounders at A tier behind Bonekeeper. Bounders are really annoying, but once again, if you know its patterns, it's not that bad to fight. Now, bloodsuckers. Wait, what the fuck are these? Brain suckers? Brain dick suckers? Whatever the hell these little bats are that look like they belong in Legend of Zelda. These are sickeningly easy. Like, these are way too easy. I don't even know why they're in the game, to be honest. They only have like 2 attacks. They're easy to dodge, easy to parry. They do little damage. They're easy to kill. Like, honestly, they are just they're just free experience at this point. They're really easy. So really nothing to worry about if you ever run into one of these bastards. Now, carbuncles. Carbuncles, I hate these bastards. I hate them. And the main reason I hate them is just because, like, they always come in groups. Like in layer 2, they always come in groups. And you want to see something cute? You want to see something wholesome? Here's a clip of me wiping because I got jumped by some carbuncles. It's pretty embarrassing.
You bet not miss the bitches in the game. Look, like it's probably like one of the smallest jokes, but he's dead ass serious. He's like, yeah, we mess up the job, we need to right after this.
Oh my god, I hate these shit. I hate these shit so much. Look at my fucking tempo.
Yeah.
There's no way. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. Oh my god, this was a mistake.
Yeah, I'm blushing like an anime girl right now because of how embarrassed I am. The main problem with them is that their attack patterns are so hard to tell. So if you don't have tempo and they start jumping you, you're just fucked. So I'm just gonna have to put them at a solid. I'm gonna put them at a B tier. It's kind of controversial to put them like over an Enforcer and over an Angel, but if they start jumping you, it's really. If they start jumping you and you don't have tempo, it's really difficult to get out of it because they just like put you in an infinite combo. And their attacks are just so weird to parry. Like you have to sometimes rely on audio cues, and even then it's not that consistent. Chaser. So before this new update, I'd put Chaser at like C tier. I put him at C tier, probably like right above, and then probably right above everything else, but still at C tier because he was really easy. Like all you needed was like 40 agility. Yeah, 40 agility, just get ghost and risky moves, and you can probably solo it at like powers. Well, you can solo it at power 1, but you could probably beat it at like power 6 or something. I don't know. It's really easy. If you know his attack patterns, it was really easy. But now that Chaser, not only you have to hit him, he has a fixed amount of health, plus he spawns fucking Bounders. I put him at a solid A. I put him at a solid A. He's much more difficult, much more time consuming. He's really annoying to fight. You have to actually hit him now, so you can't just go on with a dagger or a fist and be able to solo floor 1. I mean, you can, but it's just gonna be very time consuming and a little bit more difficult now. So yeah, Chaser is a lot more annoying to do, and honestly, I sincerely dislike what they did with them, but I guess they made it more difficult, and that's what matters. Now this big ass crab. I don't know the official name for this crab, so I'm just gonna call it a big ass crab. So for this crab, I'm kind of iffy on it because it's not difficult at all. All of its moves are not too hard to react to. Plus, it's not like you can like really die from it unless it like knocks you over the edge, like with its one jump move. It's pretty hard to die to it because it doesn't move. Or it does move, but it moves very slowly, and it doesn't chase you if you run away from it. It's pretty hard to die to it, is what I'm trying to tell y'all. It's pretty difficult to die to this, and its attack patterns are not that hard to read once you practice it a while. But I rarely see people die to this. So it's pretty difficult to die to it. So I'm gonna pull it below Enforcer at C tier. It's pretty easy to fight, and you can run away from it if you ever get low and just heal back up. So I'm gonna put it at C tier. It's pretty easy. Now the Necromancer from Minstrel. There you go, Minstrel. That's what I'm trying to say, Minstrel. So the Necromancer, Necromancer isn't that bad, to be honest. But the main problem is that he has a dagger. And dagger is like fucking just having Excalibur at that point. Like having a dagger and being an NPC is like being the fucking chosen one. So I'm gonna put it at C tier above the Angel. Should I put the Enforcer above the Angel? Nah, I'll worry about that once I'm finished with the list. We'll see if I need to change anything. So yeah, Necromancer is it's not that bad. It has a dagger, that's the main part of it, but it's not that bad. Yeah, it summons health packs, those mud skippers, so it's still pretty easy to fight, but you could get put in a combo just because it has a dagger. Widow. Now I'm iffy on Widow because I don't know. I don't want to fucking misgender anybody. I don't want to say Widow and then it turns out Widow is a fucking guy or some shit. I don't want to fucking cause no trouble or anything. I don't want to get smited by Twitter or anything. So please, she, he, they. I'm just along for the ride at this point. So Widow, I'm gonna have to. I'm iffy on the Widow because it's not like it's that difficult, but I'm gonna put Widow in B tier. I'm gonna put Widow in B tier under the carbuncles. I don't know how to feel about Widows. I don't see Widow as that difficult, but I don't see Widow as being easy as like an Angel or a Necromancer as an Enforcer, and it's definitely not as difficult as like a Bone Keeper or whatever else. So I'm just gonna put it in B tier. Kaido. Kaido. Its face is cut off, but whatever. You can see its fat ass body. Kaido. How should we treat Kaido? Kaido is semi-difficult. I wouldn't say Kaido is like the most difficult thing in the world, to be honest. It's not that hard to fight Kaido, like legit. Even solo, it'll take you a little while, but you can beat Kaido solo. Once again, all you really have to do is just stay behind it. Like that's it. Just stay behind it. Just make sure you're behind it at all times. Swim behind it and just M1 it in its back, and 90% of its attacks won't hit you. So Kaido really isn't that difficult. I heard it's getting a rework, so that's good. But right now, Kaido is not that difficult. Honestly, it might be even less difficult than Widow, to be honest. You can just stay behind it the whole time, and it's pretty impossible for it to hit you. It can't hit you with its beam. It can't, or sometimes it hits you with its claws, but the claws don't do that much damage, so it's really not that bad. I'm gonna put it below Widow for now. Is that crazy having carbuncles over the Widow and Kaido? I don't know. I'm just thinking of it like because they usually spawn in groups, so they usually jump you, and it can be really annoying to deal with, especially since it's so hard to pick. I don't know. Maybe. So now the mech golem, the whatever, this thing. I'm just gonna throw my opinion out there like a Redditor. I'm gonna throw my opinion out for the whole world to hear. I do not like this NPC at all. I hate this motherfucker. I despise this bastard. I do not like him. His animations are ass. Like, it just feels so weird to fight. He hits you before his animation even finishes. Like, it's so weird. Plus, he has that one fucking Hand of God move where he just slams down in a fist of fury and does half your HP or some shit. Like I don't know why the fuck that's even in the game. I'm not gonna lie, but whatever. I'm just gonna ignore it. I don't like this bastard at all. But in terms of difficulty, I think he's actually pretty freaking difficult. He has a move where he can legitimately just bring down the fucking fist of Zeus or some shit, and bring down the fist of God himself and just smack you and do maybe half your HP. And all of his other moves are difficult to react to because, once again, his animations are so weird, and it can be pretty weird to cheese him. So I'm gonna put him at A tier. Should I put him over a Bounder? I'd put him over a Bounder just because fighting him straight up is so weird. It feels so wonky. A Bounder, you can fight it straight up, even though it's got such like just crazy animations. It's jumping around this way, it's fucking twerking over there, it's doing this over there. I think you can fight a Bounder straight up, but with the mech, I'm not sure. It's just weird. King Gigamed. A King Gigamed is more of a stat. Check than anything else. A King Gigamed, I mean, you can memorize its patterns and learn how to like time your dodges. You know, use audio cues and use everything to time your dodges. So it's possible not to get hit. But the main problem is when it summons 3 jellyfish, and like you either have to dodge that at the right time, or you have to block it, and they most likely will break your posture. So King Gigameds are more stat checks. Like being a freshie and fighting a King Gigamed is annoying as hell, because if you start to miss it, then if you start to miss your timing on your dodges and whatnot, you're just gonna have to run away. Plus, if I recall, I don't think any of its moves are parryable. I don't know. I've never tried dodging, or I never tried parrying its little shock burst, elemental burst, whatever the fuck its little small burst it does. But I'm pretty sure all of its moves aren't parryable. So I'm gonna put Gigamed at a B tier. It's very annoying and more of a stat check than anything. Jellyfish, D tier. Gigamed, D tier. I don't think I even need to explain it. They have little health. You can easily dodge their little shock. Really, the only danger is when they group up, but even then, it's just really not that bad. The only way to really be threatened by a jellyfish is if there's like 5 of them stacked at the same time or some shit. So honestly, I'm gonna put them at a solid D tier. It's probably one of the most easiest NPCs in the game. Golem. Now golems, I don't think golems are that difficult. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think they're that difficult. I think they're manageable. I heard people talking about, oh, but the new parry system or whatever. I can't really say I struggle too much on the golem. Really, the only difficulty when it comes to fighting golems is making sure you react to its little arm swing move, because that's its only move, or that's one of two only moves that's not parryable. The other move has a charge up attack, a little beam, so you can tell when it's coming, but the arm move, you have to make sure you like react to that on time. So I don't really think golems are that bad. A little bit of practice, you'll get it done. And when it does this little whirlwind move, you don't even have to parry it. You can just run away, run around it in circles for a little bit until it stops. So I'm gonna put golem. Do I put it over a King Gigamed? King Gigamed or golem? I'll put it over a King Gigamed just because it chases you. Yeah, I'll put it over a King Gigamed. Golems are pretty annoying. Now bandits. Please excuse the picture. I know like the bandit looks like it's getting ready to receive some dick, but that's just a random picture I found, so you can ignore it. Bandits, and this applies to like most of all bandits. Like and bandits, and this applies to most of all bandits. So like Ministria, the little Ministria NPC, Ministry, whatever, those NPCs. What else? Fort Merit guards. Any NPC that has like, you know, M1s, regular M1s and shit like that, and looks like a human, or looks like a human kind of. You know, you get what I mean. So this applies to even dagger bandits too. We're just gonna put them all into a giant little hot pot and figure out what is the best one. What is the best way to classify it? Now bandits can be really annoying, especially remember that one point when like every single fucking bandit you saw had an enchant? Shit was crazy. So bandits can be a little bit annoying to fight, especially since they usually spawn in groups. And accounting with the dagger bandit, they're really annoying. So if I think about all the NPCs and all the NPCs that use like swords and shit like that, bandits, or not bandits, just humanoid NPCs in general, I'm gonna start calling these humanoid NPCs. Just humanoid NPCs in general are really fucking annoying. And when a lot of them have daggers, and even some of them start having mantras and shit, they start putting you in little combos. I'm gonna have to put it. I'm gonna have to put them at the top of B, just because of like things like dagger humanoid NPCs. Like daggers are just the most scary thing to deal with, so they can definitely be really annoying, especially with enchants. So I'm gonna have to put them at the top of B. Now these little ice spike things, or ice spear guys. These guys aren't that bad in my opinion. You know, obviously the ones that spawn at Ethereum are easy. They're fucking, they just look insane. They just stand around and sometimes throw the little ice spikes at you. So they're really not that bad. But at the end, when you're running away from Ethereum and they all just start fucking gang banging you and throwing like 18 hot rods at you and shit, like it gets a little sicko mode. That's all I'm trying to say. So by themselves, they're pretty mid, but like combine a lot of them together and they can be really annoying. So I'm gonna put them at bottom of B. No, I'm gonna put them like in C. I'm gonna put them in C over a crab. Like they don't even chase you. They're not that bad, but like one, you know, that one little section of floor 2 when they all gang up on you and try to gang bang you, it can be a little hectic. So I'll put them at C, but they're not difficult at all. Mama Thresher. What do I do with a Mama Thresher? Let's see. Mama Threshers are annoying. Corrupted Mama Threshers are damn near everybody's nightmare. I'm sure there's like a 6-year-old out there who fucking saw a random YouTuber playing Deepwoken and saw a corrupted mama thresher and just absolutely was just scarred for life. They were traumatized. They were trapped in their bedroom just thinking about it day in and day out. Like, honestly, corrupted mama threshers just need to get wiped off the face of the earth. I hate those bastards, and I'm so glad they're not in hell mode anymore. But mama threshers in general are a very annoying NPC just because they have a lot, like, if you're used to fighting a regular thresher, then you're gonna be so fucking perplexed and bamboozled when you fight a corrupted mama thresher or a mama thresher, because their attacks are so much more faster. Plus it has the a little flame breath move or whatever. So that's really annoying because it looks like it's going for the tail. It looks like it's gonna spin around and do the tail slap, but then it just goes and does the little flame breath move. So it can be really annoying to fight, and they can easily be the cause of you wiping if a corrupted mama thresher starts to hawk you down, because they are very fast and they can jump for some godforsaken reason. So I'm gonna put them at the bottom of A, actually. Ooh, or should I put them over a bounder? I actually think I'll put the mama thresher over a bounder, just because the bounders suck at chasing you. Like, they may hit you like once or twice, but they're not really good at chasing you. But the mama threshers, they will hawk you down to the end of the earth. They will fucking jump into the void if it means they can catch you lacking. So yeah, I put it over a bounder. Now these guys, I don't. Ooh, what the fuck? I don't remember what the name of these assholes are, but they get a little bit nasty. They can get a little bit gross from time to time. By themselves, they're not really that hard. Just, you know, they got slow attacks. If you just pay attention, you know, take your time, you won't struggle with these guys at all. They're pretty easy to dodge. They're not that bad, but if they grab you and hit you with that drill, if they start drilling you, it will just get a little nasty. You will not have a good time if they start hitting you with that drill, because it does a annoying amount of damage. It traps you in place, and it can be very annoying. So I think I may put it next to the ice guy. I might put it under the ice spike guy, just because they're slow, so you can run away from them. Their attacks aren't that bad. Really, the only thing that's really menacing about them is the little drill move they do, but you can dodge that, you can get away from that, so they're easy to run away from. They're not that bad. Now, lionfish. I'm honestly gonna put it at D. I'm gonna put it at D, because lionfishes are really easy. Like, legit, a freshie could beat a lionfish. They're easy. The only thing that you really have to worry about with a lionfish is its bites, and if you like just stay like behind it and just follow it and keep on M1ing it, it's super easy. So lionfish are just a breeze, a walk in the park, you know, a stroke on the dick. It is really easy to understand how to beat a lionfish, so you don't really have to struggle at that at all. So I'll put lionfish at the top of D. Now a mecha sharko, I'll put at I think I'll put a mecha sharko. I put a Mecha Sharko at B over a Golem. They got these new attacks. The attacks are kind of weird, but once again, if you know enough about them, then they probably won't hit you at all. They're just like regular Sharkos, except with a couple new attacks, and they look a little cooler. Got a little fucking cyberpunk shit going on, so they look cooler. But all in all, I don't think Mecha Sharkos are that bad at all. So yeah, you don't really have to worry about those. Plus, it's not like they like spawn like in dangerous places or anything. It's not like they're gonna fucking spawn right behind you when you're at lower Aricia, you know, playing rock paper scissors with your friend or something. So really, you have to seek them out rather than just like they spawn on you and start beating your ass. So they're not really that scary. an owl. Owls are menacing. Look at this steroid fucking buff ass owl. Owls are menacing. They've got pretty obnoxious attacks, and overall they are annoying. Now, do I put them in 8? Do I put it in A tier? No. The only reason I'm not gonna put it in A tier is because you have to actually, or some of the time, like I say, like 70 to 80% of the time, you have to actually search out an owl. Like when you're in the depths, like some or most of the time, about 80% of the time, you're not just gonna see an owl fucking standing there jerking off or something. You're not gonna see an owl. Sometimes they're spawned in, but most of the time you're not gonna see an owl. So I don't think I can put it in A tier because they're not really that dangerous. Well, they are dangerous, of course, but they're not really that dangerous if like they don't just spawn in and start attacking you. You usually have to walk into the feathers and then do the dialogue, and then you have to fight it. But in the depths, they can be so fucking annoying sometimes. Like if somebody spawns in a corrupted owl just minding your business, and then that bastard starts chasing you, you better pray there's a void somewhere he can fall into, because if not, he's going to absolutely wreck your shit. He's gonna absolutely toss your salad. So I'd put an owl at the top of B. I don't think it belongs in A because once again, the things that are the NPCs in A, you actually have to fight. Like Chaser, you have to fight. Bonekeeper, you have to fight if you want to beat later, or if you want to go through floor 1. Well, Mech, you don't have to fight, but it can see you from pretty far away, and it's pretty fast when chasing. Mama Thresher, it chases you to the ends of the earth. Bounder, once again, it chases you and it does pretty decent damage. Owls, they only attack you if they're already spawned, so you don't have to worry about them attacking if they're not spawned. Primadon. I think I may put at the top of B. Ooh. Should I put it over an owl? Primadon or owl? Which one's more difficult? Do I want to put Primadon over an owl? I'll put Primadon at the top of B over an owl, just because like it has 2 phases, and like once you get into the second phase, you don't have a lot of room for error, because once he starts doing damage, you're almost absolutely fucked. So yeah, Primadon is pretty wacky, but if you're like experienced, if you've done Primadon a couple of times, if you've done Primadon a nice amount of times, you'll know his patterns like the back of your hand. And if you have Providence Thorns, Primadon is fucked. So Primadon isn't easy, but if you figure him out, then he's pretty basic and bland to do and pretty easy. You get what I mean. So I'll put him at the top of B. I don't think he belongs in A, but I think he's very close. Like he's like a B+. He's an 89.7 or something. He's very close. Alright, so the red golem, whatever, the kryptonite red golem, whatever the hell this golem got going on, I put the red golem at B, right behind an owl. Yeah, I'd put the red golem at B, right behind an owl, just because of the just because of how annoying it is, because it has one move where, you know, it roars and then shit starts falling, like the ceiling or whatever, like things from the ceiling starts falling, and it can hit you and do a OD amount of damage, and it's pretty difficult to dodge. Plus it has the really fast attack speed, plus the beams, the beams it spits like what, 6 of the beams or some shit, and they do a decent amount of damage and they're annoying to dodge. So yeah, it definitely gives you a run for your money. It definitely makes you want to, you know, just tuck your tail in between your legs and fuck yourself and run away. So I definitely think it's a solid difficulty. I'd put it higher, but once again, just like Primadon and Owl, there really isn't much places you have to look for it. You can't like I'd put it higher if it wasn't like only restricted to Duke, because that's the only place you see these red golems is Duke. So if they were like other places, they would be pretty menacing, but by themselves they're not that bad. Plus they can't really chase you that much, so yeah. Alpha Sharko, we put at the middle of B. I find Alpha Sharko more scary than a mecha just because of its teleport thing where it teleports behind you. That can be really obnoxious in hell mode and other things, like if you're getting jumped by NPCs and then an Alpha Sharko comes in and grabs your cheeks and starts splitting you wide open, it gets pretty hectic. So overall, Alpha Sharko isn't that hard, it's just a regular Sharko, but if it teleports, it gets nasty because it can definitely screw you over, especially when you're like fighting like a lionfish and I don't know, a lionfish and a fucking an owl or something, and then the Alpha Sharko notices you and then comes running over to get on your dick, and then he just grabs you while the owl starts beating your ass, and now they're just triple teaming you and you gotta fucking try to escape with your life. Yeah, it definitely gets stupidly difficult. So it's not as difficult as some of the other things because it's pretty much just a regular Sharko, and Sharkos aren't that bad, but it's definitely annoying. Ethereon. Now with Ethereon, I'm not sure. I'm trying to figure out how I feel about Ethereon. I'm not gonna lie, because he's not that difficult. I mean, really, if you come in prepared and you know, oh, he's gonna do his one kill, so I should probably have like run it back or portals or ghost or a good movement. Like, it's really not that hard to do. So and most of his moves are easy to parry and block and all that and dodge. He gives health packs, and you can buy a damage boost too, or a damage boost from him, or not from him, but from that one NPC that looks like he's on crack. But you can buy a damage boost to do even more damage to him. So I'm gonna put him below Chaser just because of the new Chaser rework, where Chaser just gets obnoxious. So I don't really think Ethereon is that bad at all. Now Sharko is like light, honestly. It's like I got Sharko at C tier. Sharko is easy. Once again, like once you figure out how to counter the Sharko, you'll almost never die to one of these. Really, the only thing you have to worry about is the kick, because the kick can be annoying and come out at random times, and if you're like next to a cliff or some shit, it can screw you over. And it can chase you. It's good at chasing. It runs fast, it jumps, it can swim decently. It's got that one little range move. So yeah, it's definitely can be a threat, but really it's not that bad. So C tier. Mud Skipper, D tier. I don't think I even need to explain it. Mud Skippers are easy as hell. Mud Skippers are easy. Song Seeker. Do y'all remember when Song Seekers were like so obnoxious because like the fire one would just run through all your attacks? It had hyper armor and everything, and it would just be so obnoxious. I wish I had a clip of that. But yeah, Song Seekers are definitely annoying just because they have fist moves, plus things like ice, or like if a thunder Song Seeker jumps you with like, I don't know, an ice or a fire or something, it can get a little annoying, especially if you're low level, because the thunder has lightning stream, so it can drag you back to them, and a lot of their moves do a lot of damage. And the flame charm has the flame Song Seeker has flame repulsion, which has an obnoxious amount of range. So yeah, it can be a little bit annoying, especially when fighting against fist animations, because they're so weird to parry. So I'm gonna have to put Song Seekers at B tier over the bandits. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put Song Seekers at B tier over the bandits. Or not bandits, Jesus, just humanoid NPCs like, I don't know, the guards and I don't know. Yeah, you get what I mean. So I'm just gonna have to put Song Seekers over the humanoid NPCs because they are very annoying, and especially when you combine fist animations with like any sort of element, it can get stupidly obnoxious. Squibbo. We're gonna put Squibbo at S tier. Especially since you can get like a lightning Squibbo or whatever, and they just become even more annoying. I'm gonna put Squibbo at S tier. Listen, man, they are just so fucking annoying. Like, God help you if you're on like 120 ping or something, 130 ping, and you're trying to fight a Squibbo. They feint so many times, they parry so much. Like, legit, if you are not a heavy weapon user, then you're going to not have a good time, because the only hope you have against Squibbo is parrying and then using your crit and praying that you have enough time to use it before he fucking M1s you, or if he parries it or some shit. So the only way you can like really, well, not the only way, obviously, you could just like parry him and react to his feints and try your best, but the best way to fight him is just by spamming crits, and that's only if you can pull it off. So God help any like dagger users or anybody who like runs into a Squibbo, because yo ass, you better be on timing when it comes to parrying, because he will absolutely fist you, and I mean that in the sexual and the literal way. You will get fisted if you fight him. So Squibbo is very, very annoying. His animations are really janky, so it can be hard to parry. Overall, Squibbo is obnoxiously just bitch made. Fuck Squibbo. Sand Knights, Snow Knights, same thing. Like when they jump you, it's almost impossible to fight them, but like if you're fighting them alone, they're not really that hard, especially since you can practice them in Trial of One a lot. They're not that dangerous at all, I'm not gonna lie. I guess I'll put them in like middle of B tier. Aside from looking like a Sword Art Online NPC, there's not really much going for them when it comes to damage. You know, they just seem easy to me. I'm not gonna lie. I realize some people may disagree on that. I can understand, but they just seem easy to me. Like legit, you can just dodge everything and just parry, dodge, parry, just dodge, parry. You know, that's fucking the basics of the game, but I don't know, that's just me. I personally think that Sand Knights and Snow Knights are easy as hell unless they're jumping you. Alright, what are these called? Pteropods or whatever? These little fuckers, these little assholes. I hate this NPC so much. I despise this NPC. I guess we'll just like fuck. These things are annoying just because of how difficult it can be to parry them. Like, these things are so annoying. Oh, just thinking about it now is giving me an erection. I'm getting angry. I sincerely hate these NPCs. Like, words can't explain how much I despise this NPC right here. But for our ranking, let's see. Man, I don't know. For our ranking, I guess I'll put it at B tier. I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best not to be biased. I want to put it at fucking D tier and say fuck you and you can suck my dick. But I don't know. I'm just. They're really annoying to fight against. They move kind of fast. It's gonna be weird to parry them because of their animations looking so strange. Thankfully, they don't have a lot of health. The corrupted ones are even more annoying. We're just gonna put it at B tier for now. Yeah, we'll see. Duke, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Duke. Before before verse 2, before layer 2, verse 2 came out, I put Duke at like B tier, above an owl, below Primadon. But now I put Duke at A tier, mid A tier. I put it over a Bone Keeper too. Duke is very annoying, especially if you're doing it solo, because now things are a little bit different. So the new parry window came out, and it makes it so you block. It makes it so if you miss a block, it forces you to, or if you miss a parry, it forces you to block. And that makes doing Duke hell, because Duke feints so much, and with his weird animations it's hard to like react to. So Duke feints so much, and if you try to parry his feint, then he's gonna swing again and absolutely demolish your guard and do OD damage to you and put you in a combo. And then you're just gonna have a run where you try to do Duke, but he never M1s you. He just keeps on spamming his moves, and they're weird to react to. And you're gonna have another run with Duke where he doesn't spawn a health pack at all. Like, he spawns no health packs, he spawns no NPCs. But Duke is easy once you get his shield off. There really isn't much difficulty. You just like trap him in a corner and start beating his ass. So I'll put him below Chaser and Ethereon, but he's still very annoying to start out with. And yeah, he's just a very tedious boss, I say. But we'll put Duke at middle A. Yeah, middle A. Or, well, like top 3A. Thresher. Our final one. Oh, this fake ass Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle ripoff bitch ass mutant. I have beef with Thresher just because when I was grinding, trying to get to Trial of One, I was trying to unlock the Trial of One Mastery or Origin. Trial of One Origin. When I was trying to unlock that, I struggled so much on Thresher. I don't know what it was, but something about Thresher absolutely grinded my gears, poured oil on myself. Like, it made me into an OnlyFans creator. I hated the Thresher. So I'm gonna have to put it at I'll put it at B over a Song Seeker, over the Knight. Actually, yeah, whatever. We'll leave it there. Maybe. I think that'll work. I think this will be fine. I think that'll be fine right there. Alright. So let's go over our list and see if we need to change anything. For D tier, we got the jellyfish, mud skipper, the little bat thing, and the lionfish. C tier, we got the crab, the thing, whatever, this thing, Sharko, Enforcer, Angel, and Necromancer. Should I put Enforcer higher? Nah, I don't think so. B tier, we got the jellyfish, or the king jellyfish, the golem, mecha, Sharko, Kaido, Widow, Alpha Sharko. I think I may put Widow over Alpha Sharko. I think I'll put Kaido over Widow. Just because it's harder to run away from Kaido. Yeah, we'll put Kaido over the Widow. Let me know if I'm disrespecting Kaido by having him so low compared to all these other things. I don't know. I just feel like Kaido is really easy. You can just stay behind him for the most part. Yeah, I feel like Kaido is really easy. The Alpha Sharko, the Carbuncle, the Pteropod, the Sand Knight, humanoid NPCs in general. I may put those higher now that I think about it. Song Seeker, Thresher, Red Golem or whatever, Owl, and Primadon. Bounder. For A tier, we got Bounder, Mama Thresher, the Mech, the Bone Keeper, Duke, Therion, and Chaser. And for S, we got Squibbo. I think I may switch. Squibbo and I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about Squibbo being the only one in S now, because Squibbo is difficult. Squibbo is definitely difficult, but it's possible. Memorize it enough. Try your best enough. It's possible. It's not probable, but it's possible. God damn it. So I feel like Chaser might be above Squibbo. Actually, no. Chaser is definitely above Squibbo. I'm tweaking. Chaser is definitely above Squibbo, especially with everything new now. It is annoyingly difficult to do Chaser now. It takes long as hell. You need a pretty decent PvE build, like something that does a decent amount of damage. Bounders are a thing now. Yeah, I feel like Chaser is more difficult than the Squibbo and belongs in S tier. Yeah, I think this is my list. Let me know if this is like a giant skill issue and you have any disagreements. I'm more than happy to read the comments and see if anybody disagrees. Yeah, y'all just make sure to let me know. I personally, I think I agree with most of the stuff on this list. I'm fine with this list. I'm happy with it. I'm content with it. I can look at this list and smile, and it can put a warm smile on my face, and it can slap me in my mouth and call me a good little boy. I'm happy with this list. This list speaks to me. But let me know once again if you disagree. And as always, y'all have a good night / day / whatever time it is for you. But y'all let me know if y'all disagree with this list, you agree with it, if you would change something. I would be happy to see your comments. And y'all have a good night / day / whatever time it is for you. As always, peace out. Oh my fucking god. Imagine I'm just not recording.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.